Hello everyone, Rough Start here, and we're hopping into our next episode of our modded Let's Play series. So, between the last episode and this one, I've gone ahead and added 2 more mods to the playthrough. One of them is a custom mod I made that drastically increases the difficulty of the game. It increases the damage your hazard protection takes, your life support system takes, and pretty much everything in between. The other mod I added was a graphics mod that increases the LOD and also helps to stop texture pop-in. So, without further ado, let's hop right into this episode. So I'm getting new communication here. I think this is a continuation, of the Artemis quest. Oh, no. I think this is we're gonna unlock the Nexus after we finish this quest line. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of skip through this text because, you've probably seen it before. And I'm gonna try to head back to the main base. So that way I can continue on the base building quests. So I'll meet you guys when we get to the base. So, cutting in here real quick, before we head back to the other base, I forgot to mention, you definitely always want to buy a new cargo spot every single time you enter a new system. They never get too expensive and they make the game so much better. Alright, so again, I'll cut back when I get back to this base. Alright, so we're just coming back here. We just made it back to the base, but before we do anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and install the new technology that I just received from our last mission. I think it increases the base amount of materials you get each time you mine, which the sooner you get that installed, the better. So I think I just need some hermetic seal, and then I think some nanotubes. Yes. That's gonna be one set of nanotubes will complete this. So let's go ahead and do that. And then let's finish upgrading this. This is one of those things where it's best to just do it as soon as possible because it's just gonna make everything better. All right, so let's talk to our base computer because I believe that is where we get our next quest from. Or perhaps I am crazy. Let me double check the logs real quick. Interact with the base computer to search the archives. All right, that was a little bit odd, but here we are talking to this guy. This should give us our next quest. So let's search the archives. Let's see what that gives us. Okay, found additional buried technology modules. All right, how is that gonna help us? Oh, so it kind of just gave us the runaround, and we have to click this anyways. All right, storage container plans restored. Oh, nice. So it's gonna teach us how to make these storage containers. This is actually really nice because it's gonna allow us to dump off some of our junk now before our inventory gets any larger. All right, so let's go ahead and just make one of these guys and plop it down just right next to our base. Luckily, we have all the materials we need, so it shouldn't be too bad. However, it looks like this requires power. Interesting. I know on a freighter, when you build these, it doesn't require power. So where would that be under? Power? Electrical wiring. So let's go ahead and just connect this guy inside to our power grid. And then let's see what it would take to unlock the solar power, because I think before we go further, I think that's going to make a big difference. It's going to require 8 salvage data, and the battery is going to require 3. You know what, guys? I really want to get this made because it's going to make everything else a lot simpler and smoother. So I'm going to go ahead and do some farming and gather up some salvage data, and I'll meet you guys back when I have everything I need. Alright, so we're just making it back here to our base, and I've gone ahead and collected up enough salvage data in order to unlock the battery and the solar panel. So let's go ahead and just purchase these. And let's take a look at what they're gonna take. So I did go ahead and while I was at it, farm up some materials, some carbon and some ferrite, but after just like taking a quick glance at that, it looks like that's not exactly what we need to continue here. So the solar panel is going to require gold and chromatic metal, and the battery is just going to require some metal plating. Well, we can't get gold on this planet, at least I don't think so, but I can go ahead and make some batteries and at least get this thing powered with some carbon in our biofuel reactor. But I definitely want to go ahead and make these batteries so we don't end up wasting any power. I think, oh, magnetized ferrite and condensed carbon. That shouldn't be too bad to make, especially since I have the increased refinery speed. This should happen in just a couple seconds here. Let's refine some condensed carbon. It was 60 per battery, so 120 will get us 2 batteries. And then what was that final material we needed? It's magnetized ferrite. That should be pretty quick as well. We have plenty of pure ferrite, so just go ahead and upgrade that. And that should be enough to get ourselves 2 batteries. Perfect. 1, 2, oh. No, I was wrong. Still don't have enough magnetized ferrite. But I think this should be enough at least to get us started. Hopefully. Hold us off for a little while. Let's go ahead and throw some more carbon in here and see how long this thing is going to take to charge and how long it'll last. So it's going to take over 30 minutes to charge, which makes me feel like it's probably not going to last that long after it's over. And I don't think we have anywhere near 30 minutes on our burn time. We don't. So we're going to be out of materials quickly. But anyways, I think that does it for that quest. So let's see where we're at. So this is a time quest, which I think kind of sucks. And there are mods to remove the time limits. And if this continues being a bane, I probably will end up doing that. But in the meantime, we can definitely hop onto one of these main quest lines. So let's go ahead and join the space anomaly. That seems like a great next step because it also unlocks the ability to do quests and other things along that direction. So I'll meet you guys when we get into space and are about to hop into the space anomaly. Alright, so we're just landing on the space anomaly now. I don't remember it being so easy. I don't know if this is because this isn't my first playthrough, or if they really do just give you access to it almost directly. But either way, this is definitely the next step for the quest. And while I'm landing here, I'm just going to go ahead and take the opportunity to show you guys another mod that we've added to this playthrough. And that is the increased rewards for missions. So if I hop over to here and talk to the Nexus. Oh, you know what? The guy's going to make a liar out of me. Apparently, I cannot do missions yet. So please ignore that. Alright, so we're going to talk to Nada here to continue the quest line. She basically tells us that she's in charge of, or like she kind of set up the anomaly, etc. So we're gonna go ahead and ask about Artemis because that's their other quest line. She's telling us about who he was, and I guess in order to continue the quest, we kind of just have to ask about everybody. These are just different characters that are part of the storyline, but none of them really have that big a significance on the gameplay. So we're just going to keep on quickly working our way through this text. So I am assuming that anyone who's watching this mod Let's Play has probably already played the game themselves, and that's why they're interested in mods. So that's why I'm like really quickly kind of just breezing through like the story mission stuff. All right. So that was quite exciting. We're gonna go ahead and talk to this person. I believe you turn in your milestones and I think your scanned date stuff, and he gives you nanites in return, which is nice. I have turned up the nanite rewards, I believe, ever so slightly for milestones. So the next thing he wants to do is learn a technology. If you haven't played No Man's Sky, which I'm assuming you probably have, this is basically where you do most of your unlocking and where most of the magic in the game occurs. So let's go ahead and just talk to this guy real quick. All right. This is where we spend some nanites to just get some exosuit upgrades. I am going to go ahead and immediately grab some jetpack upgrades because it is going to make the game so much smoother. All right, and then next he wants us to talk to the base building parts, which I believe is here. Oh, nobody really wants us to do much of that. And then finally wants us to go back and talk to Artemis one more time. Wait, did it say talk to Artemis? Oh, nada. Okay, I was about to say. All right. So I think this is where, yes, the two like storylines kind of overlap. So I'm just trying to choose the quest options that kind of just skip through as much text as possible. All right, before we hop back into space, I'm gonna go ahead and install our new technology because these are gonna go ahead and make a huge difference. So let's go ahead and install some more life support. Now, if you actually stack these together, it increases the effect, which is good. You always want to do that when you can. And I'll do the same here with the technology. However, we don't quite have the components we need for this, so I'll leave that for later. I think that's going to be, and it's going to be there where I call it for today. I know we haven't gotten too much done today, but I more or less wanted to hop on and kind of just make sure that the mods I included were working, and it definitely seemed to be. And that's all for me. So take care for now, guys.